Welcome back, trio. Today we're going over graphing parabolas. Our question is how to graph f of x equals x squared. But before we do that, I want to go over some special forms. If we have the form f of x equals a times x squared, then we know that the vertex is going to be 0, 0. If we have the form ax squared plus c, then the vertex will be 0, c. If we have the form f of x equals a times the quantity of x minus b quantity squared, then we know the vertex will be b, 0. And if we have the form f of x equals a times the quantity x minus b quantity squared plus c, we know the vertex will be b, c. These are some special forms for graphing the parabola. Our example, f of x equals x squared, is in this form, so we know the vertex is 0, 0. So what I would like to do with that one is find a couple of points. We need to make a table. We can put x, f of x. I like to put the vertex in the middle, which is going to be 0 and 0. Then we can find points on either side of the vertex. So we can have -1, -2, 1, and 2. If we plug in 1, we get 1. If I plug in 2 and I square it, I get 4. If I plug in -1 and I square it, I get 1. If I plug in -2 and I square it, I get 4. So as we can see, the vertex is the turning point where the graph becomes symmetrical. 1 goes with the 1, 4 goes with the 4. So these points are equal distance away from the vertex. These points are equal distance away from the vertex. Then we can graph this. So we have 0, 0. We have 1, 1. -1, 1. We have 2, 4. And we have -2, 4. And we know that the parabola looks like a horseshoe, where this was 2, 4, 1, 1, -1, 1, -2, 4, and 0, 0. Okay, here's the graph, and I'll be back with another example. I'm back with another example. Here we are with f of x equals x squared minus 1. That looks like this form, where we have just a constant at the end. So we know right now that the vertex is going to be 0, -1. We can make a table, x and f of x, where we put the vertex in the middle, 0, -1, and we can have -1 and -2 and 1 and 2, and find out our other coordinates. So if I plug in 1 squared minus 1 is going to be 0. And -1 squared is 1 minus 1 is also 0. 2 squared is 4 minus 1 is 3. And -2 squared is 4 minus 1 gives us a 3. Again, on either side of the vertex, our points are symmetrical. So we know we did it right. Now we can graph this. So to graph it, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can plot our points. Always start with your vertex. 0, -1 is down here. Then we have 1, 0, -1, 0. We have -2, 3, and we have positive 2 and 3. And we can connect our points. We can label our points. This was 2, 3. This was 1, 0, 0, -1, and -1, 0, and 3, and -2, -2, 3. So we have our points, we have our parabola, and I'll be back with another example. Welcome back, trio. Here we are with another example. F of x equals the quantity x minus 1 quantity squared. That looks like this example right here, which means we know the vertex is going to be the opposite of what's inside comma 0. So that means the vertex here is going to be 1, 0. And we can make our table x and f of x. And we put the vertex in the middle, 1, 0, 0, -1, 2, and 3. And find out what happens when we plug in these numbers. I plug in 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 squared is 1. 0 minus 1 is -1, squared is also 1. -1 minus 1 is -2. -2 squared is 4. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 squared is also 4. So we have our table, it's complete. Right here is the vertex. All points on either side of the vertex are symmetrical. That means we did it correctly. So now we can graph this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We start out with the vertex, 1, 0, 1, 0 is over here, 2, 1 is here, 3, 4 is up here, and 0, 1 is right here, and then -1, 4 is over here. So we have a parabola, and we can label our points. This point was this point, -1, 4, 0, 1, 1, 0, 2, 1, and 3, 4. And we are done. And I'll be back with one more example. Welcome back, trio. Here we are with another example. The function f of x equals the quantity x minus 1 squared plus 2. This is a parabola in this form. So we know that the vertex is going to be the opposite of the inside, comma, the end value, which is 2. And we can make a table, x, f of x, get our points, put the vertex in the middle, and then we can go 0, -1, 2, and 3, find our values. 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 squared is 1, plus 2 is 3. 0 minus 1 is -1, squared is 1, plus 2 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2, 2 squared is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6. -1 minus 1 is -2, squared is 4, plus 2 is 6. So now we can make our table. I have our table, we can make our graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Graph our first vertex, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 0, 3, and -1, 6, and 2, 3, and 3, 6. Connect the points. Oops. Put the arrowheads, label the points. 3, 6, 2, 3, 1, 2, 0, 3, and -1, 6. Here we go from here to the table to the graph. We're done. Go Trio!